Welcome, everybody, to another Nethercast. I am Cyborg, joined as always by Temp, Shad, and Razor. And we are so close to potentially the MK11 announcement, even if it isn't this weekend at Combo Breaker. I mean, we're within 2 weeks of E3, so it's got to be getting close regardless. So thanks everybody for tuning in. This is episode 91. Right off the bat, I do want to mention, hey, check out the Discord. We got a fun community in the Discord, constantly talking MK as well as other things. So just check out the description if you want to join that. And check out testyourmight.com if you are into forums and just MK information in general. And yeah, there's also a Facebook group. So go ahead and join that if you want to. I think you got to, it's on private, so you just got to ask to join and I will accept you. And I think that's everything out of the way. Thank you once again, everybody, for tuning in. We're going to have a fun little show tonight where we break down the roster in sort of a fantasy draft. If you've watched our fantasy draft, or listened to it, rather, on the YouTubes, we did a fantasy draft before, and now we're going to do one with Razor and Shad as the official Nethercast fantasy draft. So if you're into that sort of thing, we're going to go through the roster. I will explain how that works. How's everybody doing?
Pretty good, considering, Combo Breaker, hype, soiling myself, effervescently. Combo Breaker or no Combo Breaker, Ed Boon's in full official Twitter troll mode, so announcement is right around the corner. It's about to happen.
Yeah, I think, because even with the leak, and I use that term loosely, if you know what I mean, I'll put that in quotations. They did say something about that Lego Villains game, Lego Batman Villains or Lego DC Villains, and that did get announced. Now, I don't know if there was any rumblings before that leak came out that tipped them off, but they did, in fact, announce that game. So if that wasn't something that was public rumbled before, I don't know what that even means.
Yeah, I'm inclined to believe this link just because it's like, here's what WB's going to announce, and it doesn't have, really any specifics about the games.
Right. Yeah, no, I think it's believable. We'll see. We'll find out. Even if it doesn't get announced this weekend, like I said, we're only 2 weeks away anyways, so if it doesn't, it's not like we have to wait forever. That said, we'll go ahead and jump into this MK11 fantasy draft with the roster. I will explain how this works for anybody that has not listened to the previous one we did. This one's going to be slightly different just because we have 4 people, so it's going to change just a tad. And this is the rules, so you'll be able to, let me just throw this up in the chat here. So if you're listening live, you'll have the added benefit of being able to watch as we do this as well. I'll put it up in the Mortal Kombat chat we have in the Discord. So you can click that link and we will actually be doing this live if you are listening live. So how this is going to work is the rosters are broken down into the game that character debuted in. So we have MK1, MK2, MK3, / Ultimate MK3, so on and so forth. We have them broken down into columns, so they're in their own little category. Oh my gosh, what am I talking? I'm so stupid! All right, here we go. We're back. All right, and just a brief intermission.
He's had a rough night, folks. A very rough night indeed.
Yes, a lot of things are going on. Anyways, so how this is going to work is we are going to take turns drafting a character, and we're actually going to go in order of the game. So we're going to go MK1, MK2, MK3. So say I'm first. I will choose one from Mortal Kombat 1. Say Shad is second. He will choose one from Mortal Kombat 1. Say Razor's third. He would take one from Mortal Kombat 1, and Temp is last. He would then take one from Mortal Kombat 1, and then Temp would actually start the second round because it snakes back around. That way, if you're last, it's not like you're completely out of luck. You don't have to continually be last on every single one. So it kind of evens things out a little bit. So since Temp would start the second one, we'd actually move on to MK2. So we're going to move through each game and then cycle back around to MK1 after we go through each game. So we're not going to draft all the characters from MK1, then MK2. So it kind of cycles along that. We'll kind of help guide this along the way, of course. And how this works is next to each character, there is a number value. So you're drafting based on several factors. The characters themselves have a number value attached to them, which is 1 through 6. The lower the number, obviously means the more likely they are to be in the game. A Raiden, a Sub-Zero, a Scorpion. Essentially, your guaranteed inclusions, they're all worth 1 point. Now, your Suhows, your Blaze, Draman, etc., the ones that are very unlikely, those ones are worth 6 points. And then all the other characters fall in between, somewhere from 2 to 5, of course. And so it's not just that point value that you get, though. So how that works is, say I have Sub-Zero, who is worth 1 point. If you jump down to the bottom left of that sheet there, it actually tells you how those points are going to be applied. So if they make it on the initial roster, it's worth 2 times their points. So Sub-Zero would be worth 2 times 1 is 2, math. Whereas if you pick Draman and you go crazy and say, I'm guessing Draman, or I want Draman on my draft list, he's worth 6 points. So that means if he makes the initial roster, you actually get 12 points. So 12 points for Draman versus Sub-Zero's 2 points. Do you go for the guarantees or do you go for the Hail Mary home run type of thing? And then if they're a DLC character, you get 1 times their point value. If they're the game's boss, then you get twice the twice the value. I am still sick, so I might be coughing through this. If they're a story mode cameo, wah wah, then you only get half their point value. And if they are initial gameplay reveal, which we will pick those, we will put our guesses in for who we think the initial gameplay reveal will have. Those are worth 3 times their point value. So that's worth the most points to get that one. With that said, I will remind people just kind of how all of that works as we go through, because that's a lot to remember. So first up, we need to decide the order of every character or every person drafting. So
I wouldn't say shitting on him, but
it's better. It's better for 30 seconds than the usual 2 hours. All right, let's get rolling. All right, so I'm gonna roll.
You've got us there.
I'm gonna roll for each of us, and you'll just have to trust me on the honor system because you can't actually see what I'm rolling. So I'm gonna go first. Oh, what? I rolled a 20. Oh, that's weird. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so for me first, I rolled a 2. So there's the honor system right there.
I don't even hear a fucking D20 rolling around.
Oh, it's because I rolled it on my mouse pad.
I think you're lying. I think you rolled a 1, you bitch.
Yeah, I'm fudging the numbers. All right, Temp's next because he's talking shit.
Oh,
a 1? Well, that's strange. No, I'm just kidding. Temp got a 10.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Razor has a 17. And Shad a 20. There you go.
So
that means I'll put that in the chart, or in the... Yeah, the chart. We'll go chart. So Shad, Razor...
Yo.
Temp, cool guy. I mean, Cyborg. All right, we got that put up there. So that means, Shad, you understand how this game works somewhat, right? At this point?
Yes.
Okay, so Shad, you are up first, and you get a pick from MK1. Or wait. No, we don't go game by game, do we, Temp? That's not this. Sorry, I misspoke earlier.
Well, last
So
time we
we're
did
not doing
one, and we did basically downward columns is what we did last time. So
Well, last time I think
that
was all the fun ones we did, like the random mess. I think for the roster one, we just go full board, do we not?
I'm already confused.
we went game by game, I think, right? I thought we went
No,
game by
I don't.
game.
I don't think we went game by game. Not for the roster one. We didn't. So,
What
Shad,
do we do then?
we just the whole thing. You get to choose from the whole thing because it's the character's point values that matter. So,
Okay.
so yeah, Shad, you have the whole board to choose from. We're not game like I said before. That was incorrect. We've done this several times, several different ways. So I confused myself. So Shad, you can pick from any of those characters. Who do you want your first pick to be?
Smoke.
Damn. He's just taking Smoke right out of the game. And
I mean, what do you think this is, a game? Come
no,
on.
I understand. It's
Mhm.
Well, it actually is a game. I misspoke now. I am terrible at this.
So as we choose them, I will make sure to mark them off. I will not make the same mistake that I did with Devora last time and forget to mark her off.
Game about a game. So.
And Shad chose Smoke, who has a 3-point value. So that means if he makes the initial roster, he gets 6 points. That's how that works. So Razor, Smoke has been chosen. Now you are up, sir.
Well, you got Serena worth 4 here, so I'm gonna take her.
That's fair.
Let me cross Serena off my list.
All right. Serena.
I gotta support my waifu.
And I also color-coded each game category, so that way we can kind of see who's drafted the most from which game. That's just a fun little bonus. And Serena, as you said, is worth 4 points, so we'll put that there on your list. And like I said, we will have this... I will probably make this maybe the video picture, so that way you guys can kind of see what everybody drafted. Anyways, Temp, you are up, sir.
Let's say Lee May.
Lee May. Oh, I see we're going for favorites here. All right, that's cool.
Can I get those 8 points?
What does it mean that they both took ladies and I took the guy that looks like a lady? Thinking emoji.
I think you know
Nothing
what
at
that
all,
means.
dude. Nothing at all. No judgment.
I mean, he's not that ladylike. He's got jaw structure.
He does. I mean, just because you put Christopher Walken in a wig doesn't make him a girl. That's
I've done things with
So Lee May
ninjas
is worth
that
4 points.
men only dream about.
I'm gonna go.
wow.
I'm gonna go with Kenshi. I'll go with a 3-pointer. 3-pointers are a nice, like, somewhat gamble, but they're also pretty safe as well. So it's a nice middle ground. And then since I went last, I actually start going back around now. I will take. Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung for 3 points. Kenshi was worth 3.
That's a fair
Tsung
pick.
was worth 3.
I was actually going to pick Shang if I didn't take Serena.
Yeah.
Shang was on my short list as well.
All right, Temp, you are up, sir.
I'm going to go Jade.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Safe
Sign.
pick.
I hope so. If it's not a safe pick, I'm going to be pissed, but that's
Jade is worth 3
some
points.
time to come.
Yeah. Razor, you up, sir?
Noob Saibot.
Nice. Noob is worth 2 points.
Good shit.
He's got a little bit more of a higher chance there based on how much people talk about him and want him. But still a good pick nonetheless. That's some good points if he makes it in. All right, Shad.
I'm gonna go Fujin. We bitched too much. They can't ignore us forever.
Yeah, I think Fujin's in. I think that's a good pick.
It's always good. It's always good to take somebody that you yourself are rooting for as well. That way you can win
No
and
lies
be
detected.
happy.
No lies detected.
All right, Shad, you got to bring this back around.
All right. I will pick for this next one.
Go bold and choose meat.
God, you know, every
He wants
fiber of
it.
my being wants to. Every fiber of my being. You know what? Ugh, yeah. I'm gonna say Cabal. I think it might happen.
I hope so. I'd be stunned if it wasn't in.
Cabal, eh?
I can take him or leave him.
Cabal is worth 3 points.
It's the tournament presence. It's a factor for me.
I can see that.
It is sad whenever I see those competitors in a tournament context. Like, I would love to see how, like, if there was like an MK2 tournament, I want to know how well Cabal would do. That would be sick to me, but oh well.
Well, in the interest of picking the ones we hope make it in, I'm going to take Onaga.
Nice. I think he's worth some good points, too.
That's
4
Yeah, he's a 4.
Bold.
All right. This is gonna be a points pick. Although I do want this character, I'm gonna say Ashra.
You fucking asshole.
That's right.
We're starting this, huh? You're just going to take... All right, no, that's cool.
Start getting your trade choices ready, Cyborg.
All right, well then, since you're starting that route, I might as well take Cyrex early on. I'm gonna get screwed out of that one, as well as Frost. So screw you. You can't hurt me. They are mine now. When we've
All
done
right,
this
so my
for
turn.
fun, it divulges into picking each other's favorites to piss each other off. So
It's
anyways.
great. Like, that's one of my favorite parts. Like, if I win, I get to pop that quirk in like a year. But if I can have fun with this now, so yeah, let's do it.
I see his logic. I like that.
I'm gonna say Natara for my second pick, just for those points, and I do hope she's in.
Hello.
Yeah, Natara's worth some good points there. She's at 5 points. Only because, she's been kind of one of those characters that they've downplayed ever returning, but,
That's true.
Yep.
Yes, 'cause people hate vampires. Thanks, Twilight.
All right, well, for some reason you gave him a 3, so I'm taking Takeda.
Yeah, I feel like that's fair. To get a 2, you really almost had to be on the verge of being a guarantee, but just not quite there. I don't know if I can say
feel
that
like
about most
Takeda
of them.
is almost a guarantee, though, but
Just take your 3 points.
I'll take my 3 points. Yeah.
You went over pretty well. I don't think you're wrong.
Fine, he's a 2. No, I'm just kidding. You should have just not said anything. All right, Shad, you are up.
Probably shooting myself on the foot here, but again, people we like, people we want to come back. I'm gonna go with Dagon.
Well, you're trying to win a game here. Dagon's
I am.
I would have picked Dagon if he didn't.
That's for points.
Oh, Dagon.
I think Dagon's not a lock, but I think they got to pay off that Kenshi and Takeda storyline, right?
Yeah, he's a solid
That's what I'm
4-pointer.
thinking.
Yeah. He's not. He doesn't
It's
have the
like-
worst chances.
It's a probably not, but not out of the question.
All right, you got one more pick, Shad.
Derp. Who am I looking at? All right, make my safe bet here and say Liu Kang because fuck you. He's not gonna not be in.
Yeah, take your nice 2 points
You can
there.
potentially get those final boss points too.
Yep, got to keep that in mind. So when we pick our initial gameplay reveal characters, we get to pick 7 of them, and that's not just like the reveal trailer. That's also the gameplay reveal is the main part there. And then you also get to choose from the boss, but you only get to choose both of these categories from your own list. So keep that in mind as well. All right, Razor, you are up, sir.
I'm going to take Shao Kahn because I think he's going to be the pre-order bonus.
Agreed. I absolutely agree.
A
with
lot of people are leaning towards that. Do we all have some sort of ESP?
I mean, Goro, Darkseid, it just makes sense.
I think it feels likely because they push him so hard in the mobile game for some reason.
Well, they're gonna do him Revenant. It looks fucking cool. That's all I ask.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
Next, I got Nightwolf.
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 Woof.
Night Wolf.
Woof. All right. Okay.
Night Wolf from the Nether Realm.
Yeah.
Would you like to take the L,
Wolf of
sir?
Wall Street.
Well, he's
I'm
already got
offering you a
Nightara,
free
so.
L.
Well, there we go. Here we go. Making sure to mark these off as we go. Okay, so I am up. I'm going to take, first up, Rain. For a nice 3 points there. Same kind of theory is, being a game. I know we've said this about a lot of characters, but it's kind of now or never. This guy just never
I
seems
guess
to.
he was technically not playable in X. That's a fair choice, I suppose.
Well, actually, this is a reboot, in my opinion. So if he doesn't make it now, the character is just in limbo forever.
And then I will choose. I need someone of higher points. All of mine are 3s so far. Not on purpose, but just worked out that way. I will take. Ooh, need to live a little here. I'm gonna take Shijinko at 5 points.
It's a little bold.
Bold.
Offering you the L again.
Yeah.
For different reasons.
Yep. All right, Temp.
I am going to say Scarlet, just because I think it's kind of a rain situation. It's kind of now or never. And she's got good points.
Yeah, 4
You know,
points.
I
those-
want you to be right. I really do.
Yeah, I would like to see Scarlet back too.
Hell, I like the character. I hate the Scarlet situation so much. But I just that's where my DLC hatred all began. But that's neither here nor there.
Where is it?
All right, I'm gonna take.
That's where all my hatred is.
I'm gonna take Devora.
Okay.
Nice. I chose her twice last time.
You sure did.
I think even on the second time, because I forgot to cross her off. On the second time, I'm like, I'm Surprised she's still there. Surprised I haven't picked her already. I did. All right. That's a good pick, though.
All right, then I guess that's right around to me. I will start by taking Sindel.
Fuck! She was on my next on my list. Damn it.
Sorry, dude.
That's a good 4 points if she makes it in. Well,
And
double that, actually. Yeah.
Oh, I'm kicking myself now. No one was gonna fucking pick Scarlet. Fuck.
in addition to fostering my own hopes and, for interest of points, because I know that Ed likes them a little bit, I'm going to go with Ferrator.
Nice. That would be...
Man, that's bold.
I mean, if Ed's
Ed
true
might wanna
to...
push it.
Yeah, I mean...
I would call it 50-50 odds. I'm gonna
If just
take...
Farrah makes it, still counts.
Technically,
just-
yes. I would agree with that.
Fair enough. I'm gonna take Shiva because I feel like it would be weird to not have a Shokan in the game, and I feel like, I mean, Shiva's the queen now. We just had Goro. We'll never have Kentaro.
Dude, hey, we all make bad picks. It's cool. All right, Shiva. Fucking Shiva. Tim?
I want to say Sector. I think Sector's in a good 50-50 position, and I want a Cyborg on my list, so Sector.
I'll be on your list anytime, bud.
Oh.
Smoke emoji.
Do you two want to get a room?
Yes, immediately.
Oh, we don't need a room. The world is our room.
I will take... I need a guarantee in here, so I'm gonna take Sub-Zero. And plus that'll be a good for a reveal trailer type spot. And then I need to balance it out with a little bit of craziness. Let's see, what do we got here? Who can I walk that line with? Who can I walk that line with? I'll take... What the hell? I'll take Havoc.
Nice.
4 points.
Not impossible.
No, not impossible. Maybe DLC or something. I could see that.
We'll see.
For mine, I'm
One of us
actually...
is taking a 6. You'll note that. Not one of us.
No, not yet.
I have a 6 on my list. I just haven't picked them yet, but they're there.
So it's a him.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's Chameleon.
Oh, there is a female 6 somewhere. No, I don't think there is.
Oh, you got...
My next pick is going to be Kentaro, by the way, just because it's kind
you
of what
rat
Trader
bastard.
said. It's kind of like I honestly I don't think there's any way Shiva's coming back. I think the player data was so low for MK9. The character was so bad. I don't think she's well received in the fan bases. She could be queen of fucking fantasy scores of all time, and it wouldn't make a difference. She's not going to be in the next game, I think, no matter what. Kentaro, I think there's real evidence he might be in there, and I think the demand is fermented into something interesting. So I'll say Kentaro.
I think Shiva has a bigger fan base just because of the fetish shit. And I don't think
God.
MK9 gameplay decides anything for anybody now.
I think she has a louder fan base. I'll give you that. I think her fan base is Facebook. Her fan base is louder.
Oh, we'll see. I'm gonna take an easy pick. Let's take Kitana.
All right. Solid, worth of 2 points. 2 points there. She's definitely one of those that's very, very likely, so can't really go wrong there. Shad, who you thinking?
Gonna go for the low-hanging fruit as the safe bet that is Raiden. Because
Nice.
reasons.
It could always be a boss.
I'll take my 1 point. It'll be delicious. That's possible. I've got 2 potential bosses up here. I feel really good about myself.
And that's a lot of points that rack up quick because you get twice their points for the boss, and then if they're
True to that.
on the initial roster, another 2 points.
That is true. Raiden could be the boss.
He says with agony.
Grumble, grumble. I see a strategy, and I like it.
I mean, you could go all in with Onaga and just clean house with
Well, no,
points.
wait. If a new character is the boss, but it's the lady who did possess Jade, does that count as Jade? Because I mean, she might leave Jade's body to become the boss.
I'd say if she stays in Jade's body, then I would give it to you. If not, no.
Well, Temp's the one who has Jade, so I'm just
Okay.
purely intellectualizing.
Sure.
Who's your next pick, then?
Gonna be a bit crazy. I'll take Reiko.
Nice. It's a solid 4-pointer.
Well, somebody's got to eat those bullets. I'll take Scorpion.
I automatically win if he is any way, shape, or form a blood god. Skulls for the skull throne.
I would go Baraka, just because I think he has a good chance of being in the game.
Oh, I hope not.
Oh, Chameleon Blaze only has 5 points. My bad. I was wrong about that. He's a 5-pointer.
Yep.
Huh.
I started lowering the points anytime somebody talks about a character. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. I'll go Bo Raicho for 3 points. I feel like a lot of these threes are good threes, just because that makes sense. This next one.
Yeah, I have a quick question.
Sure.
If I were to have picked Moloch for MKX and his head shows up in Quan Chi's intro, what's that actually worth?
We might
That's
need
cameo.
Yeah, we might need to change story mode cameo to just game cameo. But yeah, I would say that counts as a cameo.
Fair enough.
So yeah, we'll just call it cameo. I'll change that. Cameo meaning they have to show up. It can't just be like a name drop. They actually have to show up. But yeah,
so the Raiko Accords is worth nothing.
no, exactly.
Damn!
Okay, and then I'm going to choose for my next pick. I will choose Kotal Khan.
Fair.
Yeah.
Ja.
Blaze for my 6er.
Damn.
Took it from me.
The stones on temp.
Oh, no, I wouldn't mind seeing some Blaze.
Well, a cameo is still worth half points, and if we're expecting this to be the end.
It's true. It's very true.
All right. I'll take Aaron.
It's like a
Guess
cool
I'll
kid.
shoot that low-hanging fruit off the tree.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in myself, is what it is.
That's hilarious. Guess I'll take Aaron. Gosh.
Hey, if you didn't, I was going to eventually.
Yeah. I mean, somebody would. I wanted Blaze, man.
Gotcha.
All right,
Did he now?
Chad. Yep. What do you got?
So, here's my crazy moment for the night. I'm gonna take Cobra,
Damn.
and I think that because of the fact that the Cobra Kai series exists, there is every chance that since Ed's avowed loving it, he's gonna go to his staff. They're having meetings right now. We've got to bring this guy back, man. We've got to give him another shot. Cobra Kai never died.
It might be too late. I'm sure they were way deep into production when the series came out.
DLC, you never know.
Maybe. I would buy Cobra.
Yeah, I'd buy the
I feel like
fuck
he
out of
actually-
Cobra. Hell yeah.
There's a pit of really shit tier characters no one wants. Cobra's not quite in there. He's dipping a toe in, but he's not quite there.
He's more forgotten than he is hated.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, and for the safe pick, I am going to go with Cassie Cage. That's probably some guaranteed points right there.
Yeah, I would say so. Unless they take a completely different direction than any of us are expecting.
Yeah.
Minus 25 years.
Oh hell, we're
getting to that
down
point.
there now.
Yeah, it's getting to that point.
Yeah, we're getting to the bird part of the pod right now.
These are the drums.
I'm gonna take Tanya.
Tanya's a good pick.
I mean, yeah, she hasn't been in a whole lot of the games, so
Good points too.
I mean, obviously she wouldn't be DLC twice in a row, but she could be on the initial roster, which is worth more points.
Yeah, I
so.
mean, because she was DLC, it either means she's main roster or she's nothing.
Yeah. All right, Temp, you are.
I'm gonna say Reptile. I think Reptile was the best part of MKX. I really hope he's back. I think there's a lot of good things about Reptile, and also I'm curious to see what kind of weird, crazy design they'll give him this time. So hopefully it'll be something like I don't know, like chainmail or a tuxedo or some weird ship. I can't wait to see him like Reptile.
That'd be
That'd
awesome.
be great. Or a tuxedo shirt, maybe. That's more Reptile.
All right, I will go Ermac. I've been pretty much living off 3-point characters, so even though I think he's going to sit this one out, but maybe DLC or something. Oh, jeez. Some ugly ducklings in here left.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I will go Johnny Cage.
Very safe.
Yeah, I need a couple.
There's safe picks, and it's never gonna happen. So that's what's left.
That's pretty much.
All right, then I'm going to go for Hotaru, who is at 5 points. I actually think his chances are a little better than that personally, but I think he's a good point pick, and I think his chances are okay. I think he has like a 40% chance of showing up. I don't think it's that bad.
I want to live in your world, man.
It's hard with Fujin being there because you can't have two shonen-looking gray-haired men. It's just right. So yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
always
that
been
might
my
be a
problem
problem.
with Hotaru is he looks like Fujin.
Yeah, that's a big problem. I agree.
All right, I'm gonna take Kung Jin since he's still out there.
Well, good luck. I hope for
feel
all of
like-
our sakes you do not get that point.
I feel like when they made him gay, they doomed him to be in the game forever.
They doomed him.
Let me out.
It's like a bad thing to be on the roster now.
Okay, so now while Shiva and Kintaro are like really good like outside chances, Goro is still a guy who exists. And I still feel very certain in saying, even more so because he technically didn't do anything in Dead. He was around. So Goro's my first pick here.
I think the not picking him has been wishful thinking.
Yeah. I'm not picking him out of love, I'm picking him out of halfway expectation.
All right.
And to top that off, I will take Melina, as I believe that her corpse may be DLC. Also, she's kind of my girl, I guess. Well, she was my main in 10.
Who'd you say?
Melina.
Nice.
I thought Sindel was your girl, and keep in mind, I put girl in quotation marks when I say that.
How many girls do you
Oh
have?
damn!
I'm gonna break you.
I welcome
I
it.
mean, like so.
Come at me, bro. I'll die on that hill.
Gonna make you wish you were like boob deep in a Denian queen bosom. He'll say, "My God, he was right," and then he'll say no more.
Well, we still got a lot of 2-pointers out there. I'm gonna take Sonya. I hope she's not in. So this is. I'm voting against my own self-interest.
Like it's a sad thing because I love both Kano and Sonya, and I don't want them around anymore. I think everyone is at that point.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go Taven. I like Taven. I hope he's in the game. 4 points. Let's do it.
I hope Taven's in the game too, honestly.
Me too.
Don't forget those points.
Give him that roundhouse punch. Have him knock some walls down.
All right. I'm gonna go. Yeah. I was gonna say names, and I'm like,
Ooh.
I don't know.
Pull at the collar. It's awful warm in here, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh boy. I will take. I'm gonna take Jackie.
Womp womp.
Look, she's 4 points, and she actually has an okay shot.
I mean, let's be honest. You're probably gonna get those 4 points. It's fucking terrible.
That is
I
purely
like her.
a point pick. Purely a
alright.
point pick.
Good
So
for-
far, my entire roster has been pretty much people I would root for, but that one's just that might be my ace in the hole, so to speak. All right, next pick, I will take. I'm gonna take Striker.
My list is like a couple of people I have as really heavy favorites and a bunch of people I wouldn't object to seeing. A few people I'm really, really rooting for.
Alright, put me down for Shinnok.
You think the head's coming back?
Nah, well, no, I think he's got good cameo potential, but
That's cameo points
I
for
don't
sure.
think we'll see
Yeah,
that.
yeah. We'll see him gasping like a fish elf in the nether realm.
His skull will be in a jar and they'll be like perpetually draining energy from it or some shit.
I'd like to see a gameplay redemption. I'd love it if he was on the roster, but I don't think he will be. But I mean, if he is, 5 points, good shit.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take Tremor.
Damn it! I was hoping that would make it back around. Tremor's a good one, though.
I actually think he's not terribly unlikely. I'm surprised he's worth 5.
Yeah, I don't know. I
They
don't
were
know.
kind of pointing to him actually needing to do stuff, weren't they?
He might be involved with the Dream Realm, which is apparently where the lady possessing Jade is from. So I feel like that might be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. All right, Shad.
All right. I'm pick Triborg with the proviso that if he turns into any of the 3 Cyber Ninjas, he gets points.
That is not how that works.
I would agree that that's not how that works.
You just wish you'd thought of it. Ah.
You don't get points for Cyrax if Triborg's in the game.
Yeah. I get point for Cyrax if Triborg's in the game.
I get partial points if it was his body that's used as a base. All right, and who the fuck is actually even left? Oh my good sweet Jesus! It's not. It's not corpses sitting here. These are people with no hope, the
I don't know
lost,
about that. There's some
unloved.
No,
The
there's still a couple easy picks left.
Ah, Jesus! You think so?
There's some cool cats in this lounge still.
Some cool cats.
All right.
I got my picks ready. I'm just saying.
I just imagine an actual lounge where they're all just waiting to be picked against dodgeball or something.
I mean, well, this would be very different if it was a game I was making. We're trying to predict Ed.
I'll take the Jax points.
Ah,
Sorry.
if you weren't gonna, that was my next. Alright, well, I'm gonna vote against my own self-interest again and take Kung Lao.
It's a fair
Yeah, I had a
assumption.
feeling. I had a feeling.
Who you got, Tim?
Well, I'm going to say chameleon with a C.
All right.
I'm surprised Shad hasn't taken Kano.
Again, it's about who I want to be present as much as it is who I think will be.
Yeah,
I'm
but
trying
you
to
love
shy-
Kano, that's what I'm saying.
I do love Kano, but even I could do without him being present for a game. He's been around quite a bit. I feel the same way about Sonya, about Johnny even. I think we need another deception is what we need. Just a whole roster of what the fuck.
First one I will take is Kai, I guess.
Feeling real confident.
I don't know. He's not on like the bottom tier, but he's definitely not one I feel will come back. There's still a lot of better people to bring back.
He's worth 5, and I feel that's fair.
Yes. And then my next one. Ugh.
Yeah, we're down in it now.
I'll take Quan Chi. Maybe he'll make it onto like DLC or something. He's probably for like maybe a flashback cameo or something.
Yeah, he could also be a head on a shelf.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was about to say potential head on the stick.
I will say Movado. I actually don't think Movado's chances. It's like Otaru. I don't think Otaru and Movado's chances are that bad. But you're right. I think it's uphill for sure.
Movado got killed in the comics, so I feel like that was their saying goodbye.
Maybe.
Well, I'm not taking Kano. So now it's down to me picking characters that are absolutely not getting in, but I'm going to support my favorites. So I'm going to take Draman.
I'm just bathing in this Kano hate. I love it.
The fuck?
Just rolling around, rubbing it on my face.
What?
Kano hate. That's talking about the Kano hate.
We're down to Kano and the No Hopes. That's their band name.
Quiet, you awful men.
It's not a bad name, honestly. That's like some good punk shit.
No,
right
he's
there.
the front man, so he gets to not be one of the No Hopes.
It's like it has some Henry Rollins shit.
All right.
Like Steve Miller is not a member of the Silver Bullet Band. They
Tom
played
Petty's not a
for him.
heartbreaker. I guess it makes sense, yeah.
Okay. Chameleon with a K.
Interesting.
Morris Day is not one of the time.
Just because I have always loved her, and you know it's not gonna happen because this is not this is not, as far as I'm aware, yet announced to be on the Switch. 'Cause that's how these things happen. Chameleon shows up on Nintendo.
She is Nintendo exclusive so far, yeah.
It's the weirdest fucking thing. But anyway,
Isn't it?
and you know what?
Was
I
she
know
on the
it's not gonna
Nintendo back in the? What was she in before Armageddon?
happen. N64.
She was Nintendo Trilogy.
That was her debut.
That's hilarious to me. I didn't realize she was a Nintendo exclusive both times.
Well, hey, surely you can get some Switch points, man, if they make a Switch version. So that's
Honestly.
great. Yeah.
Kind of have
And,
to, yeah.
I'm gonna be psychotic here. On the off fucking chance that they go, hey, this is the last MK game this gen. Let's really throw out all the pull all the stops, see what we can do, and surprise the fuck out of everyone. Motaro.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Chevrolet
know.
was still on the map.
know.
I would have picked him.
I know.
forgot about that.
It's not gonna fucking happen, but damn, imagine if.
Maybe
guess
he's like a boss fight that you can't actually play as. I could see that.
That's what I mean. Like, I could think of no better way to do him.
All right, well, I'm still not picking Huey Lewis. I'm going for one of the news. Let's take Kira.
It's hip to go ear to ear, mate.
Power of love.
Just drawing the image of a neck being slashed in the air with his fingertip.
I actually don't think Kano will be in the next one, but yeah.
I hope not. Well, this brings me to my next choice. I am picking
He's doing
Mocap.
Dude, if Kano is the last person picked,
Mocap. Mocap.
No, he can't be.
like, for the people who can't see the list, I want you to know Cyber Sub is his own slot. He might be picked before Kano.
Yeah, that's...
All right. I'm gonna take. I'll take Su Hao.
He was my second choice, actually. I was debating between Mocap and Su Hao, and I landed on Mocap.
Somewhere, Chrome smiles in the sun at you like the Teletubbies child.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's wonderful.
And then for my next one, I mean,
I know, right?
I mean, we joke and we laugh,
No
but
matter who picks, you lose.
I'm taking Kano because, you know, he might actually show up at least. So that's at least still points.
It's not
going
impossible.
for the
series of
safe
points.
bet.
Yeah, okay.
I will take Darius.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
Someone had to. Someone had to.
At least it's not Dairu. Like, I would take 20 Dariuses over one Dairu.
No, I agree. I agree.
Darius, they could do like a
Oh,
Black Dynamite or
fuck.
something. I think that'd be cool.
I mean, sunglasses are cool, right? That's better than Dairu.
I'll take meat.
Oh, you bastard!
Yeah, meat was on my list too. That probably
I
would've
honestly
got him
think
next
like
time.
meat is easy for them to make, and he's like the kind of character who you'd put in as like a really cheap, like unlockable.
Yeah, but I actually want him though. Oh,
Well, that's what you get for making him like your 20th choice Shadow. You snooze,
I mean, he's
bro.
not getting in over like Jack. Come on. Oh, Christ, shit, Jesus, who the fuck am I? The 4 people that I am left with are like Team Profound Sadness up here.
They really
Shit,
are.
Christ. Oh, fuck, I'm not.
I'm glad of some of these characters. I'm glad Blaze made it in as soon as he did. He got picked relatively early.
You chose him.
I know, it was great.
You're like, man, I'm surprised you got picked so early. Tep,
Like,
you
Razor
chose
had
that
a-
character.
I picked Jarek, and the hell with you for making me make this choice.
Well, that wouldn't have been my pick. You know you get to go again, right?
Christ. Oh, God, Cyber Sub.
Bold, sir.
It beat the alternative.
Well,
Holy shit, these last 2 names are pain.
I disagree because I actually would have picked who I'm about to pick before your two. Moloch.
And that leaves.
Well, Temp,
Well, you win some, you lose some.
You got Dairu.
You know, it would have
I
been funny if
picked white
Kano was
boy
the last
space.
one, but this is more appropriate. I've always said Dairu is the actual worst character.
Guys, you forgot one.
I give that one to Darius.
What did we forget? There's nobody left.
The secret last character
Oh,
that was not on the list.
I knew something was wrong.
That I'm adding to the list.
Oh, you.
Oh!
The answer.
No, I still
That's
pick
not a
Dairu.
character.
Wait a second.
Cyber
Chrome
Reptile is a
worth
character.
4?
What would you put him at?
At least 5.
All right, 5 it
No,
is.
I think that's too high. I would
I
give him
refuse.
4.
He's a
4.
6.
He's a Trevor.
He's a
You know the
6.
numbers represent likelihood, right?
I mean, Temp's not wrong. He is a tremor. They've made it a thing each game to put in a character that was really obscure that you thought never would have made it.
All
I
right, well.
specifically asked you before this began. So are we ignoring people like No Face and Tajia?
You didn't
And-
say Chrome, bro.
That's
You
a
didn't
level
say
below
Chrome.
these characters. That's not a character.
Hey, then you have no problem me putting him on my list for
That's why
potential
he's a different
points.
category.
All right,
tell you what.
I demand a further 8 choices for this list, and I'm starting with the mythology's water god.
I want both Kia and Jataka, hands off.
I'll just take the pot in the Jinsei chamber.
So we'll run.
Inanimate object. Screaming tree number 83.
All right, we'll run through what everybody got real quick, and then we'll put in our predictions for initial gameplay reveal and all that other crap. So, anyways, Shad got Smoke, Fujin, Cabal, Dagon, Liu Kang, Sindel, Ferritor, Raiden, Reiko, Cobra, Cassie Cage, Goro, Melina, Triborg, Jax, Chameleon with a K, Motaro, Jarek, and Cybersub. Razor got Serena, Noob Sabot, Onaga, Takeda, that's a fun one. Shao Kahn, Devora, Shiva, Katana, Scorpion, Aaron Black, Tanya, Kung Jin, Sonya Blade. You win some, you lose some. Tremor, Kung Lao, Draman, Kira, Meat, Moloch. Temp got His first pick was Dairu. His next one was... No, I'm just kidding. Temp got Lee May, Jade, fucking asshole, Ashra, Natara, Night Wolf, Scarlet, Sector, Kintaro, Baraka, Blaze, Reptile. Hey, man, I'm surprised Blaze got picked that soon. Reptile, Hotaru, Taven, Shinnok, Chameleon with a C, Mavado, Mocap, Darius, and Dairu. Temp's
He has
favorite
both
character.
Darius and Dairu.
That's a
Next
tough
to
break.
each other.
That's
And
a
they're
tough
touching
break.
shoulders.
Jesus.
That is indeed a
That's like his finest.
And then I got Kenshi, Shang Tsung, Cyrax, Frost, Rain, Shujinko, Sub-Zero, Havoc, Boraicho, Kotal Khan, Ermac, Johnny Cage, Jackie, Striker, Kai, Quan Chi, Su Hao, Kano, and Chrome. Wah, wah, wah. All right.
Are you proud?
I'm not proud. I was making it even between all of us, and that was the best thing I could think of. It's not good. But if Chrome ends up making me win, I'm going to be very happy. All right.
That's fucking cheating, honestly.
Well, what do you... I'm one character down. Which character would you rather I have?
No face.
I'd be fine with putting a guest character in there.
You know
Yeah.
what? Seriously, man. 8 more for 10 points each. Absolute shitballs picks. Go as deep into it as we can. Guest characters. D-list characters. Z-list characters.
Well, I feel like guest characters, you actually stand a pretty good shot. So
legacy
that's probably not
versions of
fair.
characters.
Legacy versions. Jax from specifically MK2.
Yeah, just MK2 Jax.
All right, let's do our initial game. Well, let's leave that one for last. Let's do our pick for the boss. So we only got to pick 2 things, boss and initial gameplay reveal characters. So starting with the boss, you get to choose from your character, and I'll put a little mark next to the character you choose. That way we have good, we can remember who you chose.
Oh, so our pick has to be on our own list.
Exactly.
Okay.
As to which of the characters in the hero is actually possible to be a boss.
And you only get to choose one, exactly, yep.
Wow. I
So
think I just kind of ate this entire category.
I will, I'll go first.
Yeah, true. You have Raiden.
I'll go first here. I'm going to choose... I don't even know if I have a single person that fits that bill. Oh, boy. Gotta go Chrome, I didn't really pick any bosses, did I? Kotal Khan doesn't make any sense. I guess the only one that even stands a remote shot, other than Shang Tsung, is Havoc. With a potential Deadly Alliance combo or something. I don't know. That's my pick. It's the best I got. I don't have any big bruisers. Temp?
For me, I'm going to go Blaze. I think his story is that he's going to guard the fatty of the Elder Gods.
Guard the fatty.
The fatty. What is the fatty?
Man, that'd be a lot of points if it was
don't
Blaze.
know. Dude, I get more points for the fatty, or no? Is that...
I don't know what the fatty is, but I'll take it over another amulet.
It's a marijuana reference.
The fatty.
Ah,
Oh, roll that fatty.
That kind of fatty.
Fair
I
enough.
was thinking like guarding their butts. I'm like, is this dude saying fatty? What's going on here? You kids and your drugs. Okay.
All right. Well, I got Onaga on my list, so there you go.
Solid.
And we're talking like end boss, right? Not like
Yep.
sub boss.
End boss,
Okay,
they have to be the last on the ladder.
Okay. Liu Kang.
Really?
Yeah.
Not Raiden.
Not Raiden. I
All
don't think it's gonna happen.
Okay, so with that out of the way, now we will choose our initial gameplay reveals. These are worth the most points that you get out of anybody, so they're worth ×3 the point value. So think long and hard. Shoot your Hail Marys. We're going to do one at a time, and we each get to choose 7 from our own roster, same way it worked as the boss. And like I said, we each get to choose 7. And yeah, we'll just go one by one. So Shad, why don't you start us off?
Huh? What?
Did you not catch any of that?
No, I was just like off my own little world for a second.
That's okay.
Pick 7 guys Pick 7 guys on your list who you think will be in the initial
One at a
gameplay that
time.
show up in
Okay.
E3.
One at a time, though. You got to
Initial
start us
gameplay.
off. Yep.
All right. So
Okay, stop.
that's a 1.
Stop. Yep. Smoke. All right, Razor.
Scorpion.
Solid. So that's 3 points if he's in there. On top of the 2 points you'd get for him being in the game. So, yeah. That's how they can add up. Temp.
Lee Man.
Nice. Never going to happen, but nice. Well, I'll go Sub-Zero for the safe pick right away. I'm gonna laugh when we get a trailer of like Suhao, like just the most random fucking characters.
It's all
Just like
Suhao.
Suhao and Frost out getting tea together.
So this counts towards initial reveal trailer and gameplay, just so we're all clear. It's both of them
CGI
combined.
trailer plus the E3 gameplay. Yes.
Correct. Okay, so because usually I would imagine whoever's in the initial trailer is probably gonna be in the gameplay, but they've had times where it's like Injustice 2 where they showed Flash in the initial trailer, then didn't reveal him for months for whatever reason. So just so we make that clear. Okay, Shad, go ahead. Or actually, we're snaking back around.
Yes, you are.
Oh, I will go with Frost. I feel like she has somewhat of a shot, actually. Because if Sub-Zero's not in the initial trailer, I expect Frost to be in his place. You get it. Tim?
Jade.
Okay, yeah, sure. Never gonna happen, but
Nice.
yeah. That's fine.
Clearly disregarding your choices under my breath. Disparaging.
It's your boy, Corn Dog. All right. Razor, you're up. Shoutouts to Jodan.
Kitana.
Katana. She on your list? Oh, there she is.
she's on
Okay.
my list.
I
Right
couldn't.
above
I couldn't find her. She was blending in. All right, Katana. Shad, you are up, sir.
Cassie Cage.
Good choice. That'd be worth a good amount of points.
Mm-hmm.
Did we mark her as a 3? Now she's a 2. Better fix that. All right.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Absolute fuckery.
No, dude, overall, I can't breathe. Overall, I'm dying.
You know, 2 is what she's actually worth. The 3 was a typo.
2 is what she is on the actual list. When I marked her down on your list, I accidentally put 3. It's not. You can repick if you want to.
No, that's
When you-
all right.
When you initially when he
I'll
Go
take
to
the
right.
points.
and
And when I lose my
no, let me make that clear because I think Temp was confused. Repick who you were choosing for the initial roster. When he picked
No.
when he picked Cassie,
I'm
he
okay.
knew she was worth only 2. I just put her down on his list as 3. Anyways, go ahead.
Sticking with Cassie.
Okay. Wasn't cheating him out of points. She's now worth. Oh, it's a big deal, huh? You're gonna make a big deal. No, she's worth 1. We can keep going. You want to keep going, Mister?
All right. Moving the fuck on.
All right.
All right.
It's your pick again.
Still snaking back around.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking at him. Christ, for all these people that actually really love, not a one of them has a balls chance of showing up in a fucking trailer.
Yeah, you really went for the characters you like rather than the characters
did.
that are likely to be in the game at all.
I tried to have a balance. Okay, can I still pick Liu Kang?
Yeah.
Okay,
You can double up.
I'll double down on him.
All right. Razor?
Let's say Jin.
Jin from Tekken. All right, it's a bold pick, but
Jin Kazama.
He's more likely than some of these characters, to be fair.
yeah, it is true.
Cuz Jin Kazama.
That would be way more interesting. I'd rather have Jin Machinima?
Machinima? I don't know.
Machinima. Hachi Machinima and the Machinima family.
What is their name? What is their clan
He's
name?
the Machinima Zaibatsu.
Does it matter what they're called? They're all going into a volcano at the end of the day.
How do you spell Hayachi?
You know that channel Machinima on YouTube? It turns out
Mishima,
Hayachi's the
Mishima.
CEO.
All right, Temp, it's your pick.
I'm gonna go Astra.
You fucking asshole. That's a good pick, dude. That's a bold pick. I definitely don't expect any initial reveal.
It's
but
just for points, honestly.
all right.
They're all for points.
Mine, I will go. Blah, 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 blah. You know, I think there's an off chance that Redman and I were talking about this earlier. Is that the initial trailer, the cinematic this weekend? The reason why they said that tag team would be in the game, I would imagine they have to have seen something to have gotten that impression. So maybe the big, like the cinematic trailer, will be tag team. Like it'll be kind of like 2 characters show up and then another 2, and then potentially we get 8 characters because you see 2 sets of battles going on. I don't know. But
I'm
if that's
hoping they do tag the same way they do it in Skullgirls, where you can pick tag characters if you want. So if you pick 3 characters, they all have 100% health. If you pick 2 characters, each character is like 115% health. If you pick 1 character, he has 150% health. That's how I would like them to do it. Those percentages are just random. Like obviously they
Sure.
be
I know what you
proper
mean.
proportion, but I would like them to do that. That would be ideal in my opinion.
That'd be interesting. All right. For my actual pick, though, I'll go Cyrex, just because it wouldn't shock me to see a cyborg represented in the reveal trailer, like gameplay wise. And then to snake it back around, I'll go Johnny Cage. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, got 3 more picks.
Natara.
Man, you are definitely going for points. You're going for the home runs. Hail Mary is just like all or nothing.
It's disappointing because after Natara, I actually have to pick different spots on the list. I can't just go down the line. Now, so.
Is that what your strategy was? I'm just gonna go in order. Fuck it.
I'll just take the top 7.
I hit a wall. No, there's a strategy. We'll get this going.
All right, Razor.
I think. Let's say Onaga, actually.
Interesting.
Because I think for the reveal trailer, there's a chance you might see the boss or a boss.
Well, I mean, if he's in the initial reveal trailer and he's the boss of the game, you're sitting pretty on points. It's gonna be hard for people to catch up. Shad?
Low-hanging fruit to start off with. Raiden. Surprising absolutely nobody.
And you get 1 more pick.
And I'll make that Ferrator.
Interesting. 2 times in a row, you think?
Yes.
I like
More
the
of
confidence.
it's because of the matter of I believe that that's a better choice than 95% of my list.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say Ferrator is bold. I do not see that.
And then
happening.
you look at the alternatives, and then
Yeah, that's not even lightning striking twice. That's like lightning striking the same golfer.
I'd
twice.
still put a couple of those over Ferrator, but we'll see how your list rounds out in the end.
I'm not done.
I
I'm
know.
not done.
You got a couple more. 3 more to be exact. Razor, you're up.
Takeda.
Takeda. Taquito.
Yes.
Yes.
We do like those.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with Kintaro.
Interesting.
Ha! Says the Kentaro fan.
Try to get those points.
I'm gonna go Shang Tsung. I think he actually has a fair chance of being in the initial reveal. And then to snake it back around, which will be my second to last pick. Now I got to be a little bit more picky here. Oh boy. I will go Havoc. 10%.
I don't think that's a bad pick, though. I think that's
I think it's
very possible.
it's fair. I'm still of the assumption that they will put one 3D era character that has not been in MK9 or MKX into the initial gameplay reveal, but I could definitely be wrong. It is your pick, sir.
Did you pick 2?
Yep, I picked Shang Tsung and...
Oh, Shang. Okay, I missed Shang. I want to see Baraka.
Again, I hope not.
Yeah.
I've softened up a lot towards Baraka, just because from a gameplay perspective,
I
I
am.
did try him in MK9. I did have a lot of fun, so I'm a little more. My heart's a
I
little
have a
bit bigger than
condition.
it was.
I have a condition that will make me soften up on Baraka,
I have a condition, everyone.
and that's the only thing that'll do it. They have to introduce other Tarkatans, and they have to be different from Baraka. That's the only way I'll ever like Baraka.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I'll take him back. Just give the
I'm definitely not trying to sell
Well,
anything here.
Allegedly. I do like Baraka, actually. And I think after sitting out a game, I wouldn't mind seeing him come back. But I feel like he could sit out one more, and then that desire would be even stronger. But anyways.
It's either way for me.
Anyway,
Yep.
my pick?
Yep.
Let's say Devora.
Was she? Yeah, she was in the initial reveal last time as well. Interesting.
That's my hope not.
I don't expect anybody that was in the initial last time except for maybe like Kodal or Aaron, just because they are, I feel like they're the more iconic looking ones of the bunch, but
I feel like if I imagine what it'll look like the trailer and everything, I'm picturing some characters who were like big in the last game. Like they'll slowly introduce like Cassie and Jackie walking out of the shadows or something, and then it'll be like the very last reveal will be the surprise.
interesting. Yeah, I could see that approach, definitely. Leave the last kind of person showing up to be the big one that get people hyped. That's definitely a winning strategy. Shad,
I would just like to say that
your final two.
your continued rejection of the sexual bug woman is perhaps influenced by your subconscious desires for the sexual bug woman. Perhaps if you went to an insectarium and freed your mind. But seriously,
Every
my
time our
final
stomach
two.
opens up, I just want to cover it with a raid. Ugh.
I don't think that's what you want to cover it with, dude. You've got it bad.
Get
All
him.
right, so
Tim, calm down over
Maybe
there.
you're the one who wants to have sex with the bug woman segment.
I would eat so many bags
Okay.
of salt.
Fujin.
Nice. That's a solid
Yeah,
one.
that's an excellent pick in my opinion.
I think he's
That-
in the
that
same
would be-
kind of. I put him in the same kind of boat as Frost. I could see easily either one of them showing up to be like, okay, thank God they made it, type of thing.
I have not given up on the dream.
One can hope.
And your last pick.
You should pick Cobra.
Yeah, right, that's happening. Yeah, fuck it, Goro.
Wow, interesting.
I mean, think of all the points he'd be worth.
I expected Cabal or Cabal.
I was teetering on it. I was looking at Cabal and I'm like, can't see it.
Well, it's at
Not
Combo
right away.
Breaker. Well, at least
He's
the
like-
reveal trailer is, but maybe.
He's a guy that I feel like will be shown before release, obviously, but like not right away.
Yeah,
He's a late period reveal.
sure.
That's my logic.
I can see that. They gotta cycle that kind of stuff though. Like, there's certain characters that have been notorious for like later in the game reveals, like a smoke. Like, I would
Yeah.
much rather see a smoke right off the bat this time around. Like, give me some of these really interesting characters that we don't often get. Show me them right away. Leave. I understand you gotta like pace it out. You want to leave some of the fan demanded and favorite characters later in the reveal cycle. Otherwise, you just kind of blow your load early. But
Well, the smoke situation was unfortunate for MK9 because A, he never got an official reveal.
yeah, he
B,
got
he had to
leaked.
wait the
That was
entire
it.
course of the marketing for.
I
He
think
was in the
he
King of the
never
Hill
got-
trailer before he
Yeah,
was.
exactly. He was an avatar.
I think he never got the official reveal because they knew that his design wasn't finished and wasn't good enough.
They didn't know how to fix the hair, basically. That's
Yeah,
why we never
yeah.
saw him, which is so unfortunate. God, that breaks my heart. But I wish they could have at least shown a render. Like a render would have been fine, but I don't know. Like that, I think is one reason why I went into the MKX marketing like so like cynical and like bitter and yeah. I feel like well, it's either here nor there. Well,
Razor, you're up. Last pick. Make it count. Could make or
According
break
to
you.
the same logic we just discussed, I'm going to pick Noob Saibot.
Nice. That's a good one. I could easily see him being that last character that steps out to get people talking. They got to at least include one in the cinematic. I've said this on the Discord, but I hope the cinematic isn't just Sub and Scorp again. Give us Give us a few characters to kind of sink our teeth into, at least. I hope at least one of the characters in the if it's a cinematic only trailer and featuring no gameplay, I at least hope the takeaway is we got one of the characters we really wanted confirmed right out of the gate. And then we're like jonesing to see their gameplay reveal. But anyways. All right,
yeah,
Tim.
if it's 8 MKX characters, that would be the worst thing on the planet.
Yeah, no, I agree. I want to see some new fresh blood come out.
I'm kind of out of characters. I'll say Scarlet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anyone left I'm really confident in anymore, or that will give me like stupid points. All the ones I listed before, I think are at least possible. But
I'd say like a Scarlet or a Sector or Nightwolf.
I'd say Reptile's pretty safe.
Reptile, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Reptile's safe. I think they're going to sit on Reptile. Assuming he's in the game. But yeah, I think they're going to be like, they're going to straddle that dude for a good while because his design change is always such a big deal now. The only reason he's in the MK9 trailer is because he wasn't in MK versus DC. I think that was a big reason. But every reveal, they do try to surprise us. And unless they're going to reveal another Bug Woman, I don't think we have to worry about too many new characters. I think there's going to be a lot of returning shit on the 8th.
I agree. And MKX, they were pushing a lot of that was kind of its whole
It was a surprise.
agenda was the next generation was their big
The thing is,
thing.
though, like, they were pushing it more, but they didn't actually introduce more new characters than they did in, say, Deadly Alliance or Deception.
Right. It was it was on par with those, which I'm hoping they dial that back. Come on, 4 or less.
I think it was out of an urge to really push the brand forward after coming out of a nostalgia game.
I think not everybody on the team was necessarily excited about a reboot. A lot of them probably just wanted to move forward.
Yeah.
So they were more into X because that was moving forward.
All right. Last pick for me, man. I still have 2 or 3 that I feel like are somewhat reasonable. A Kenshi or a Rain, Bo, Kotal Khan, Ermac. I could see any of those somewhat being on there. Man. Do I have anybody from MKX on my list? I mean, that I've already picked. I don't think I did. I'll go Kotal because I feel like there's going to be... That's a
very good choice.
I feel like there's going to be at least one representation from MKX in the next reveal just because they got to say, hey, this is a continuation. MKX peeps. So,
I'm above the combat kits, to be honest.
Yeah. All right, so those are our picks. We'll round those up real quick before we move on and end this kind of fantasy draft part. So we've got for Shad, his picks are Smoke, Fujin, Liu Kang, Ferritor, Raiden, Cassie Cage, and Goro. Razor has Noob Saibot, Onaga, Takeda, Devora, Kitana, Scorpion, and Kung Jin. Temp has Li Mei, Jade, Ashra, Natara, Scarlet, Kintaro, Baraka, and I have Shang Tsung, Cyrax, Frost, Sub-Zero, Havoc, Kotal Khan, and Johnny Cage. And that's the end of that chapter. Save that. That is our list. Man, that is a car going by for you, sir.
Thank you.
Car moving.
May I have another?
Look, I can't control what's out the window.
It's fair. All right. So I've got that saved. Now, closing out the show here, last 10, 15, 20 minutes or whatever, what do you guys want to discuss?
I think that if we can, we should probably knock out whatever questions we've got left, because it's going to be about whatever happens after this weekend.
Right. I
briefly.
I did eliminate all of our old questions. I saved them, but we had a fun little spamming moment where somebody decided to throw a fit about us not answering a specific question about a guest character. So after that led to like 40 messages, I just scrapped it and I saved everybody's questions. So if we ever reach a lull, we can revisit them. But I have a feeling once MK11 is announced, that's going to be the majority of our stuff. But we do have a few questions that we've gotten over the past couple days that are relating to some of this. So let's kind of go through some of these, as you said. One of them is from Car to the Low, And he asked, would you guys like to see aerial combat return in MK11? And if so, how would you want it to be implemented into the game? I will say no. No.
Yeah, no thanks.
Not especially. I prefer it was isolated to specific variations, assuming variations come back. Things that like Ermac and Sindel could have, but not for everyone. No thanks.
Yeah. Like, I appreciated that they tried to make Armageddon gameplay more exciting, but we don't need that now.
Tim, you want to add anything on there?
Going to be super honest, I actually missed the question. What was the question?
Do you want air combat to return for MK11 like you saw in Armageddon?
Yes, I do, and I actually have ideas for that as well. I would say it would be like sort of like air defense. Like if you do a jump in, you have like a parry opportunity. I don't know, like I don't know how I work it completely, but it would be like kind of like I can't explain. You get like a launcher. See, here's the thing: if you play Dead or Alive, right, your combos can all be parried. Even if you've got a combo going, even though the opponent can't block anymore, they can parry if they know if the next hit's going to be a high or a low, right? So the only way you can truly get an unbreakable combo in Dead or Alive is if you juggle them. Well, I was thinking about like creating a combo mechanic where you can go for like high damage, but the opponent has a way to get out, so you can do kind of like some DBZF stuff. It's still baking. Like it's still kind of doughy, but we're getting there. I'm very open to the idea. Like right now, I'm not sure how I make it work because I don't like universal parries. And I sure as hell don't like combo breakers. But I do like aerial raves a lot. I come from the Marvel school of thought, so I'm still thinking about it. But yes, I'd be very open to something like that if done right.
All right. We got from Atomic Kanoichi. Do you guys think that we will still get a Scorpion vs. Sub-Zero cinematic trailer, or will NRS finally do something different? Well, I mean, I guess that's not really fair because with MK9 we didn't get a Sub-Zero versus Scorpion cinematic trailer. It was Raiden versus Shao Kahn, and then it went into the gameplay, so...
By definition, I don't think they're going to do a straight Scorpion versus Sub-Zero cinematic trailer 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
Very unlikely.
I mean, we did eventually get one for 9, but it was the Kratos trailer and it wasn't the reveal trailer.
Right. And there was the one where it was the Disturbed one where it was more of the Raiden Shao Kahn fight, but then it also mixed Melina versus Jax and Sub versus Scorp and all that. So, yeah, I would agree, though. I don't think we're going to get Sub versus Scorpion 2 games in a row. Like, I think they're going to do something different. Will it be, like, 2 other characters just by themselves? I doubt it. I honestly think we'll get around, like, 4 characters like we did with Injustice. I'm hoping it'll be representative of their designs in the game like I'm expecting. And hopefully, like I said, there's some interesting characters in there. If they go the tag route, which would be pretty much what Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite did when they showed off one character versus one character and then a second character came in for each side. If they go that route, that'd be kind of cool. It'd be even cooler if they had, like I said, 2 battles going on, like a tag team versus a tag team, and then another tag team versus a tag team, because then we get 8 characters revealed right out of the gate. If they have a larger roster, I could see them going that route. That would be ideal. So I think that would establish a lot of faith and kind of set up the whole tag team, which a lot of people are wanting.
I don't think the new CGI trailer is even going to be a match. I think it's not even going to look like a Mortal Kombat trailer till the end. Like it's going to be some dude walking in like a temple. He's going to have a hood. And it's like, oh my god, there's the guy in the temple. And then suddenly,
you think it's going to be
at the end of the trailer, he's like pick up like some sort of like Lost Ark, Raiders of the Lost Ark like artifact or some shit. He's going to pull the hood back. And it's going to be like mocap or some shit. Like, I think that's what they're going to do. I don't expect another match. I think they're going to lead us on, and then we're going to find out it's a Mortal Kombat trailer. Like, oh my god. Now let's assume it's not a combo breaker. If it is that combo breaker, I think the CGI reveal is going to be a match, and I think there's going to be some gameplay in there as well. Or at the very least, there's going to be some fan favorites in there, like hardcore. But that's my opinion.
Yeah. Interesting. Definitely interesting in the idea that it would be more of a... Were you thinking like live action? Somebody walking in a temple?
No,
and then
I was thinking like CGI,
okay.
like intro shit. Like I really think it's going to be like a teaser with like a stinger at the end.
All right. Let's move on to Lando had asked a question in the MK chat that I thought was kind of a fun one, so we'll put that in here. if there's only one MK3 character you can pick to be playable for the next game, who would it be? And he said Nightwolf is his pick. So who would you
Sector.
guys pick if you only had one?
I pick Sector. Anytime you go, you can only have one MK3 character. It has to be a Cyber Ninja.
If you look at the chart up there that we just drafted from, they're all listed there in case you need a reminder. So Razor picked Sector. Lando himself picked Night Wolf. Sounds like Temp's under some deep thought.
Cabal, mixed gameplay and story reasons. I've always liked the guy.
Yeah, man. The thing is, like,
It's tough.
Little disclosure here. Whenever I talk shit about MKX guys, I'm like legit holding back. Like, it's way worse than you think. So, one of the reasons why I hate MKX so much is because they screwed the MK3 characters so hard. So picking one, it's like picking my children. Like, it's so hard.
But
Cabal
the
is a
truth
great
is,
choice.
about picking your children, you do have a favorite one, you just can't tell them.
That's true, but well, the thing is that, like, I don't know if I have a favorite one. I like Nightwolf and Sindel, lore-wise and design-wise, pretty much equally. And if I do pick one of my top three for MK3, that means I left out a Cyborg. So this is like some real catch-22 shit right here. But if I had to pick, I will pick my true secondary from MK9, which was Sindel. I love Nightwolf. I played the shit on Nightwolf. But my tournament secondary, after I dropped Smoke, was Sindel. So she'll be my choice. God, that's a good question. It's a hard one.
It is. I like a lot of
good question.
yeah, especially because, like you said, MK3 kind of got the shaft in MKX. It felt like, so it is tough to only choose one of them to come back that wasn't in there before. Shad, what do you got? Did you pick yet?
No, you pick Cabal.
I said Cabal.
Cabal.
That's
right.
that's also a real. To me, if you ask me, Temp, who is the definitive representative MK3 character, I will always say Cabal, and I still love Cabal to this day. Like, if it wasn't for Deception, he'd probably be a top 5 character for me. So, yeah, this is a touchy subject for me, so I'll stop talking.
Man, I'm so torn. I'm in the same boat as you, Temp. If I'm going storyline wise and favorite wise, obviously Cyrax. If I'm going from who do I feel deserves it the most, I gotta go Rain, just because, man, the guy just never. He just needs to be on initial roster. I don't know why. I've never been the biggest Rain fan, but like, just I feel for the guy, even though I'll annoy the shit out of me. No offense, but I feel. I mean,
There is no one person that's been more exclusively shat on for being part of a main roster than Rain has since his inception.
yeah, and it's just like,
remarkable.
I would be hyped to see him on the initial roster. To me, it's like, okay, the gloves are off. I mean, at that point, it feels like anybody could be on the roster, because if you put Rain there on the initial roster, it's them acknowledging that they're not going to play it safe this time. They're not going to go with the obvious picks that they kind of always go with. They're gonna start diving into the ones that fans are really clamoring for right out of the gate. So, but that's tough for me. But then I mean, there's obviously ones that I like Nightwolf, that I would love to see. It's really between those three for me. I'll just go. I mean, yeah, I'll just go Rain. Cyrax at least has had his time, even though I'm still annoyed that he didn't really receive any follow-up, and I refuse to believe that comic is it for him. But I'll still go Rain. I'll go Rain he deserves it the most, I feel like. Moving on. Let's see, we got Reiko Suave says,
God, I love that name.
do you think
Fantastic.
Do you think they will have a larger roster than Injustice 2?
Yes.
Like,
Absolutely.
I'm guessing we're saying out, like, completely all
After
things said and
DLC?
done. Yeah, after DLC.
Oh, I was saying before, I think the pre-DLC roster is going to be the biggest we've ever had.
What did
At least 30.
Injustice had? What,
Just a
28
bit
or
bigger,
29?
yeah. I'll
Injustice,
say it
like
even
that.
30.
you'll say 30?
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I'm thinking 32, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do have some legacy baked into there, even if it's just a minimal type stuff. But they're going to do whatever they have to. Plus, this is MKX was the first one on the new console, so they always kind of go a little bit shorter with those rosters. So I could see them beefing this up a little bit. Yeah, I think it will as well. I hope it does. I really do. I think we're all hoping it does, just from getting more character representation in their perspective. We'll do a few more here. Havoc for MK11 says, not sure if this was answered already, but I'll repost this here. If Draman and Moloch somehow return for MK11, what are your thoughts on them fighting as a duo, kind of like Ferritor or Noob Smoke?
Fuck yes, make it happen. They're never coming back again on their own separate accounts in a game. It's just not going to happen. This is a good way. It is the only way. Please. I want to see them back.
I just feel like that's such an odd pairing. I don't think I'd like it, but...
It's an odd pairing, but, like...
I mean...
Can you see Moloch alone coming back, or Draman alone
coming back? What is like Draman writing Moloch? What is it?
I feel like it'd be like a summon. I mean, personally, I don't like the idea of ever combining characters. All I can really say is it's better than nothing. If I had to choose between nothing...
It's the only way they'll ever show up again, I think. And
I don't necessarily agree there. I think there's a possibility, like there's a world where Draman can exist as his own character and come back.
Draman's a maybe. If we're ever going to see Moloch again, it's like this.
I mean, I agree since he's already dead. I mean, we saw his head being carried, but from like a Gorilla Grodd perspective, I feel like, they could make Moloch work if they wanted to.
Moloch was never really a character. Like, Gorilla Grodd can talk.
Yeah,
Moloch was capable of speech, he just didn't have a lot of it. I think you talked to him in Deception's Conquest.
He probably talked in Deception Conquest, but I don't consider that canon.
Some parts of it are.
I mean, anything that's a story mission, like where Shujinko is collecting a Kamidogu, yes, but...
You're never going to convince me that, Rain being knocked the fuck out in an alley is not canon. It needs to be canon. Come on. Come on!
I don't think Moloch can actually talk.
I think it's possible. If there's one Oni who can do it, it's probably him. He's got to be the leader for whatever reason. I can see him as being a bit smarter.
I don't see Moloch as the leader. Like, Draman's supposed to be the smart one.
Yeah, but he's like the torturer, not strictly speaking like part of the blue Oni dudes.
I mean, but Moloch's backstory is that he's basically the Hulk. Like, when he shows up, it's to destroy things, and then he disappears mysteriously.
You could be capable of speech and still destroy things.
Yeah, but not a lot of speech. Like, okay, if he can talk like the Hulk, that's fine, but that's not really... You can't do much with that.
All right, we'll move on here. Get back to some more questions here. We have Card to the Low again asks, how would you guys feel if they removed all the variations and just put every special move into one version of the character, since certain moves tend to carry over from variation to variation? That way you still have all your special moves and we could get much larger roster, for example, 30 to 34 characters.
Is it cool if I start the...
Go for it.
I would say there's no point having a special move if it sucks. I want a special move to be good. Also, I don't necessarily think because I see where people are coming from with the assumption if we get rid of variations, we'll have more characters. I don't necessarily think that's true because if we do get more characters, you're talking maybe like 2 more characters, maybe 3 more characters.
Hey, that can be a big difference still.
The work that goes into a lot of special moves is not the same as the work it takes to design a character.
Exactly.
Conceive them, go through a whole bunch of planning, reject art, accept art.
I think it was more from
a move set.
I think it's from more of like a balance perspective. It's a lot to balance so many variations because that's so many. That's that many more combinations you have to take account of.
But still not as hard as to balance characters, though.
Yeah, you couldn't... It's actually easier to balance variations than it would be to try to put all of those moves into a single thing.
Yeah, because half those moves are going to have to be shitty. That's my problem with that. So
the more
I see where people are coming from. Yeah.
The more you have, the less you're going to use. It's a principle. You give a character 13 moves, 5, 6, maybe 7 will be of some use. Just you can't use everything.
All right, so
It's amazing if you can.
pro variations. I got a follow up to that. Who's on board for 2 variations? Do you want it to stay 3 variations? What are people wanting?
I want 2 personally.
I'd rather have 2.
I'd rather have 2 as well.
I think
Everyone
the question is
had-
vastly incomplete. 2 what though? What 2? 1 defensive, 1 offensive? Are they 2 like special move sets? Like
I think it's got to vary between characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't make it a hard and fast rule.
Yeah.
Some characters are just defensive by nature more so than others. I would give like flight to Sindel or Ermac, like I said earlier, but I mean, not everyone should have a flight variation. I think Sub-Zero should have like some sort of defensive ice clone variation, but some people should just be 2 different kinds of offense. Maybe one person is 2 different kinds of defense. One
Yeah,
is
I like
offense
that.
and
I like
defense.
making it character specific. 2 versions, try and make them unique, but yeah, don't make a hard and fast rule between all characters because that's when you get forced variations, which is why we don't need 3 to begin with, because 3 usually leaves a lame duck in there.
Work around the character's playstyle.
I think
I don't know.
if
I
you
don't
took
know.
the 3 in MKX as is, and you scrap that 3rd one and maybe take 1 special from that 1 or 2 specials and spread that out between the other 2, I think that could have been a better system. I just feel like a 3rd is a bit of a stretch for a lot of characters. But anyways, that's my reasoning.
I would need more information. I would say 3 until someone fully defines what the 2 variation system is. If I'm just giving up a variation, then no. I would need to know what's the philosophy behind. And it doesn't necessarily be offensive or defensive, but I do think if you're giving me less content, you need to define what exactly you're giving me, because I think 2 variation system could be potentially better. I just need more data. I would need it to be more defined before I put my name on that.
All right. Let's see.
Good question, though.
And then we got DJ Timmy G asks, I always thought that the reason Chaos Realm is the way that it is because Havoc corrupted their god and let him believe his message, which led to landscape. And that's why they fucked it up. Is that true?
So there's 2 things wrong with that theory. One of them is the idea that Havoc is that old. Like, I'm kind of tired of characters being like 10,000 or more years old.
Yeah, there's nothing in Havoc's about that says he's incredibly ancient or he outlives their gods or anything.
The other thing is Havoc is a product of Chaos Realm. Like, why would he be the way he is before it was Chaos Realm?
He serves chaos.
Yeah, like Havoc, like Chaos Realm is the way it is because its god fucked it up, so that now there's gravity problems and people can survive with giant open wounds. So before that happened, you couldn't have had a guy like Havoc who can like snap his neck backwards and not die. Havoc is a product of the chaos. He didn't exist before it.
He's not a god. He's not comparable to Shad Khan or Raiden.
He's just a guy. He's a sorcerer. He's like Havoc is the Shang Tsung of Chaos Realm, you know?
All right.
That's fair.
Last couple questions, and this is going back into the archive, just so we can clear out some of those. Kenshi Master asked, if you had the power to permanently kill off a single character in the MK universe, who would it be and why?
Sonya.
Sonya?
Jesus,
Yeah.
man.
No doubt.
My God.
Huh. Just one. Sindel.
Oh my gosh, what?
Okay, let me explain why.
This is just because I'm here, isn't it?
No, it's because
Why
when
do you say
Sindel
these
exists,
things?
she lessens Kitana. Kitana can never grow beyond being a princess if her mom is alive.
I think that you can do this by just leaving Sindel out of games and not bringing her up. I don't think
Can't
that's-
Sindel, like,
I
retire?
think being a revenant also hurts her character, because Sindel's whole thing is that she's always being mind controlled by somebody else. She never has agency of her own. It's just torturous. Just let her fucking rest.
I just think you can do this without murdering Sindel.
Ah,
And for
I
what's
don't.
worth, my picture
I
is...
honestly think.
Sorry,
honest-
go on.
I honestly think having her alive for 1 or 2 games and then killing her and just I'm not saying erase Sindel. I'm saying kill Sindel.
I was saying erase. That was my
Oh,
opinion.
okay. Well, that's a different question.
Wait, so Kenshi Master, which was it, erase or kill?
Let me go back. If you had the power to permanently kill off a single character, so basically you're not erasing them, you're just killing them so they never come back.
I mean, to me, that's pretty erased. I would say.
Well, erase is as if basically it's like they never existed.
There's
Is how I
permanently
take
dead,
erase.
and there's also annihilated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, if it's permanently dead, my pick is Sindel. If it's erased from existence, fuck, I don't know.
Well, he didn't ask that. Let's not even go down that road.
Right.
Anybody else have any picks? We got Sonya, we got Sindel.
God, Quan Chi, fucking just leave it the way it is. If MK11 just doesn't bring him up again, I'm happy. Fuck that guy. Tired of him.
If I were to pick, it'd be probably one of the new characters. Like not the 4 that I actually like, but like a Jackie. I know there's Jackie fans out there, but to me it's just like I don't want to have to go towards more MK games and wonder if Jackie's going to take up a spot. That's not like a thing I want to even think about. So, I mean, there's more characters I'd put in that list, like Dairu and all that, but I just feel like Jackie has a much bigger chance than those other characters.
For me, it's like, there's a difference between people I don't like, but could stand with a second chance, who could always, make some sort of mark on the franchise, never having done that properly prior. And there's just people I just want to go away forever. On top of that list for me.
All right. Temp, did you choose one?
Yeah, I chose Sonya. I just don't like Sonya. I think she's boring and just shitty to her daughter and her ex-husband.
All
and
right.
She hasn't really had a good design since the 90s. Yeah. So.
Okay, and then who thinks Spawn has a chance for MK11?
Please go away.
All right, we'll just leave that be.
It needs to stop.
That was what the big fuss was about in the question thing.
I
guess I'll give a brief answer to that.
Spawn, was it fucking...
I actually think that out of all the
Cancer.
possible guest characters left, he probably does have the best choice because Ed seems to actually like him. No other reason. Not because I think he deserves to be in or anything. It's because out of a fucking cesspool of stupid, he's the least dumb option available.
It's gotten to the point, like, I don't have anything that much against Spawn as a character, except that his comics died in the 90s, so I don't know why he's still a thing. What it is now is just that, like, the Spawn fans are a bad influence.
All right, well, we'll move on here. Let's see. There's a couple
It's
other.
not just Todd McFarlane with different arts. Asking this over
There's a
again.
couple
I would be
MK11.
happier if it was.
There's a couple MK11 related ones that will end out on here. Card to the Low once again asks if you had to cut at least 2 of the parent cousin characters from MK. I'm guessing parent cousin. He means parent child.
Relative.
Basically, the family member characters in MK11. Who would it be and why? So you have to cut 2 of them out to leave out. Who would they be and why? I mean, that's a pretty easy for me. I'll just say I'd rather have Jax over Jackie, so I'll cut Jackie, and I'd rather have Kung Lao over Kung Jin, so I'll cut Kung Jin.
I would cut Jackie and Sonya.
Yeah, Sonya would probably be like a third pick if I had to list another. Temp, Shadowloo.
I'd cut Sonya and Cassie.
Gee, same family. It's just like wipe out the Cage family.
Where did the blades touch you, Dan? Where did the blades go?
I mean, it's all on record. My feelings on Sonya and Cassie are very published at this point. So.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, I don't like blondes either, but I'm not gonna commit blonde genocide.
All right, Shad or Razor, whoever has left to go.
Cassie and Kung Lao.
Interesting. Okay, and then Card to the Low also asks, how would you guys feel about Tomb Raider's Lara Croft being a guest character in No Thanks?
I'll go first on this one, if there's even like a second. To me, it's the same answer as Spawn. I mean, Spawn, Tallface, the Kool-Aid Man, Lara Croft, it's all the same. It's all the same. Like, every MK character who's a guest is just one character I'm not going to play. So if Spawn makes it in and people are happy, that's a thing that's true. But I don't have, I don't play guest characters. So it's like announcing like just a bag of salt or a bag of flour. It's the same. So I hope she looks cool, but otherwise, no, I don't have any personal investment.
Guys, before you ask us these questions or hope for these questions, I want you to ask yourself a question. Does the parent company which owns this character, are they going to be okay with them getting their heads chopped off, severed, mutilated, burnt on fire, ripped apart, disemboweled? Are they okay with this? And if your actual answer to this is yes, like the guy I talked to in GameStop about 2 weeks back, who was convinced Spider-Man was going to make it,
Spider-Man? That's not
get help.
Marvel and DC are two
Fucking
different.
help. Thank you.
All right.
Disney is not going to give Warner Brothers a character, but I will say actually that Square, they like Lara Croft dies horribly in a lot of death animations. They'd have no problems with fatalities.
You think?
I actually think
I haven't played the
Lara
recent Tomb
is
Raider
not
yet, so
impossible.
I don't know. Does she actually have like gory deaths these days?
Yeah. Well, she did in the first reboot. I don't know if Rise of has them. I haven't played it.
All right.
But, like, it's for Lara to have a gory death scene, so I actually think she's a possibility.
Okay, that's fair.
All right. Well, last thing I want to leave off on is to bring it back to MK11 and the reveal, since that's what's potentially coming up. Well, it is coming up regardless, but it might be before our next episode. So if that is the case, I want all of us to give, because I say even 4 characters I feel is fair in the cinematic trailer. Not, well, either way, if you could pick 4 characters to be in the reveal, be it cinematic or gameplay, if you can pick 4, who would you want it to be? Who would make you the happiest? This is not this is not a prediction. This is none of that. It's who
This
would
is just
you
sheer hope.
This is
of
who would
beautiful
you
fans.
choose to give you the most hype, just for you.
Let's see. Sub-Zero, Serena, either Smoke or Noob, and Onaga.
Okay. I'll go. I'll say Frost. 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 Fujin. Cyrax. And Lee May. That'd be pretty badass.
Smoke, Noob, Havoc, and yeah, fuck it, Dagon.
Nice.
God, that's hard because I would go off characters I would play. So even though I really want Serena to be in the next game, I probably will not play Serena. Well, no, fuck that. I'll play Serena. But fuck, who the fuck do I take off? Right now, my tentative list is Smoke, Lee May, Nightwolf, Sindel. I will take off Nightwolf and put in Serena because I do think I probably would give Serena a real chance. Smoke, Lee May, Serena, Sindel.
Yeah, my 4 were kind of a mashup of storyline purpose, fan demand purpose, and just personal, like, I really want this character, so I'm just going to be selfish. So, yep. Cool. All right, well, that's going to round up this episode, and covered a lot here, covered some questions, covered the fantasy draft, so we got that on record, and covered our last-minute hopes for the trailer, which could be dropping in the next couple days. I expect it Saturday nights, right before grand finals on Injustice 2 top 8s. That's going off of nothing other than that's when they revealed the Red Hood trailer, last combo breaker. So I could see that being the case. They are wrapping up Saturday. So stay tuned that day because I expect it sometime during that day. MKX top 8 is going to be earlier in the day at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time is when MKX top 8 starts. And Injustice 2 top 8 starts at 8 p.m. I would imagine they're going to save it towards the end of the stream. That's just my guess. They probably would do something like that later at night, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did it during the MKX top 8 either. But that's if they reveal it at all. Hopefully we'll have some fun stuff to talk about Saturday night, I hope. I'm going to be on the Discord, as I would assume most of us are. So hopefully we can have some fun things to chat about. On that note, thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, check out the Discord, check out Test Your Might, check out the Facebook group. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We might have some MK11 stuff to really dive into by our next episode. So we'll see you guys later.
Have a good one, folks.
Peace.
Fingers crossed. Stay hyped.
Later, bitches.
Nice.
Oh yeah. One last thing. This is like the Marvel.
One more thing.
This is like the Marvel before. It's like the mid credit roll. It's not the after credits. What's everybody's hype level before we actually get it revealed? We did this, I think, with Injustice 2 and MKX. So, well, not MKX, but you know what I mean. What's everybody's hype level out of 10?
Solid 8.
We'll see where that stands up. 8 after the reveal. Maybe goes up. Maybe goes down. Temp.
6.
Damn, that's low. But you're usually your scale's usually a bit lower. Razor.
I'll let Razor go, but I'll explain.
I'm only like a 3 or 4. I don't start hype until the thing actually, like, I see the first thing.
I don't get hype. I stay hype. Goddamn.
I have the hype.
What were you saying, Temp?
Oh, I mean, to me, like, this is a very unique moment. Hype is just not the right word. Like, to me, it's that moment when, like, you feel like something big is going to happen, but you're not really excited for anything yet. Because what Mortal Kombat 11 is still super undefined. Right now, this is just the time when we're like, it's more fun, the idea that we're opening up the marketing warehouse again. Like, we're turning on lights, haven't been turned on in months.
Yeah.
Like, we're like dusting shit off. We're like the glass, like, the glass jewel case, like, that's where the
Oh yeah,
goes.
it's been over a year
like
since.
that. Like, that's where we're at now. Yeah.
All right, and I'm around an 8 or 9, so I'm about same level as Shad there. I'm pretty excited, pretty hyped up, and we'll see if the reveal trailer, and then see where we go from there. Hopefully it stays the same or goes higher, and I expect it to go higher. I was pretty hyped even after MKX's trailer, and that was pretty standard. I mean, it was fun, it was cool, but yeah, it's not like the gameplay. But anyways, on that note, for realsies this time, take care. See you guys later.
Peace.
Look, you guys already said goodbye. You get one. Just kidding. Seriously.
Goodbye.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Stay hyped.
Temp, you say goodbye one more time, please.
No,
Peace.
he's done. Okay, there it is.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say earlier. Shut up.
Peace.
Shut up.
Peace.